Hey guys, it's Cabover Gary back here. Well, I'm out here with my truck. I got a lot planned, but I need to finish something off. So I had the tank that came off of this truck. You saw me dent it and had some fuel in it. So I put it up on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks. This guy made me come out here 3 times. And the last time he's like, would you take Venmo or something like that? I'm like, no, I said cash. So I had it held up with the backhoe and I just set the backhoe right down on it. So I'm gonna finish crushing it. Show you. Need a little bit of destructive. I mean, the tank had a big dent in it and it had the old diesel in it that like varnished. So the tank would have had to been cleaned out, then it still had a big dent in it. So it's gonna get recycled into aluminum cans or something. Well guys, I ain't no whistling diesel or even Bruce Wilson, but I'd say I destroyed the tank, which makes me happy because I spent 3 hours trying to sell this tank for 50 bucks and I'm just done with it. So it is going to the metal recycler Monday, along with the front bumper from this truck because it's aluminum and they've both been up for sale since I got the truck, so that's what it is. Okay, now back to non-destructive stuff. I got the stuff to mount the tanks up, and I'm gonna fit them, and then I'm gonna clean behind them and mount them permanently so they're up there. I also decided that I am gonna sand at least this section of frame here myself to save some money on sandblasting because they get kind of expensive pretty fast. So I'm hoping to do that, and I'll do as much as I can myself, and then I'll have the sandblaster come out. I'm sure there's a minimum at some point, but hopefully I'll be able to knock it down some. And yeah, it is cold today. I mean, probably not for you guys, but I'm in Texas and was in the 30s last night and still is in the 40s, and that's just cold for me. So let's get started on this. Okay guys, so I'm gonna try something. I got this guy. I actually already tried it, but so these are from Harbor Freight, the Warrior polycarbonate abrasive pads. And I was amazed because this paint has been really tough on everything. But watch how fast this is. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, that's bare metal. I can't believe how well that worked. But what I need it for is where I'm going to mount the fuel tanks. I want to clean up the back of the brackets. These guys here. So I want to clean up all this, and then where they mount, and then I'm going to paint it and mount them, and then they'll be done. They'll be on there. So I think, was it here? Yeah, so we're gonna mount them right here. So I need to clean up this area really well. So I'm gonna get to it, see how it does on rust. Alright. So like so. I'm going to get a wire wheel after this. Let's see. I'm going to go get a bigger wire wheel. This is a man-sized wire wheel. Or strong women. That doesn't work very good. Not as good as that polycarbonate thing did. Okay guys, I got one more thing that I bought. I bought this Bauer heavy duty, I don't know, it's a surface conditioning tool and it's got one of those polycarbonate pads. I already played with it a little bit. Show you what it does. So as you can see, that grinder does the best, but that does work pretty good as well. But yeah, I'm going to go in and clean up this fuel tank bracket as good as I can here, and get some paint on that stuff, and then we'll move on with mounting it. Oh, the other thing is the disc for this are like $5.49. That one's 30 bucks. I don't know if it lasts that much longer. I guess time will tell. We'll know by the end of this project. But right now this seems to be the cheapest way and the fastest way. So. Okay guys, it's getting colder out here, so I don't think I could paint, but that's anymore. But that's one coat of rusty metal primer. This had a lot of pitting and stuff in it, and it does work on taking that out. It's pretty amazing what it does. And I did sand that little area there. I'm going to sand where the tank mounts on the other side, the back bracket, and do the same, but then I'm done with being out here. I'm too cold. I am going to take the seat out because there's kind of a surprise coming with that. Also, I just want to show you once more how well these polycarbonate discs from Harbor Freight work. I'm going to set you up right here. This is thick paint, like the wire wheel hardly touched it. This is almost a worn out one. They last quite a while. That's bare metal. And this is like 3 types of paints that's been on it, and it's all oil field paint and thick as can be. And this stuff just eats it up. And then this is like rusty pitted stuff. I mean, these discs are awesome. I highly recommend them. I can't believe how good they are. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that once more. I'm going to sand these 2 rusty spots, and then I'll be back to pull the seat out, and from there, yeah, we'll probably head to the house, and I'm probably going to... I got the fuel tank straps in the back of my truck, or not the straps, but the J brackets. I'm going to clean them up at the house and paint them in the garage where it's warm enough to do that. But yeah, that's it. Alright guys, so it's really cold outside. I need to get some stuff done in the cab too. So as you can see, I already took the driver's seat out. But there's a lot more that needs to come out of this truck for future projects that's going on. So I'm going to take the passenger seat out now. Before we start taking it apart, let me show you some things on this. So it's in pretty good shape, this interior. It's just really dirty, and it's got a lot of extra switches added to it that I got to figure out how to take care of. Full gauge package on this truck, and no radio in it right now. But yeah. And then that's the mattress from my Freightliner that I wanted to keep because my buddy at the... I shouldn't have hit that. Dang it, I got it dirty. My buddy at the upholstery shop actually made that for me. It's like 3 different types of foam, and it's the most comfortable mattress I have. So... all these panels are like perfect in the back. I don't think they've ever been slept in. And then this is the little closet. All the interior is in pretty good shape. The driver's seat was a little worn. And then this seat's got this big cut in it right here. But otherwise it's in good shape. So now you saw the interior. Let's pull it out. Alright guys, I know you can't really see me too good down here, but yeah, I'm going to pull this seat out. I'm going to pull the whole base, take it all up there. Let's see. I mean, it's got to, the whole base has to come out at some point, so might as well start that now. Man, is it cold today. Alright. But range up here. This might be hard to do one person. We'll see what happens. I think I'm going about this the wrong way. All these bolts need replaced anyways. Just gonna cut them off underneath. I'm gonna have to jack you up to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to jack the cab up. I have the jack propped up a little bit just to see what it sits like level right now. So that's why it's sitting unblocked at the moment. Alright, let's see if that's high enough for the safety. Not quite. A little bit more. There we go. You go around a cutting disc and we'll cut this off. So right up here, there's the 4 bolts that need cut off. And yes, that is factory, that plywood. Something Kenworth does. So you can see this truck was blue at one time. But I'll set you up right there. Alright, grab a hammer and knock them off. That one might need a little more. Alright, see if that got it free. I would say so. So I'm gonna set the cab back down and I gotta unbolt the seat belts from it and then we'll have it out. And there's the Kenworth seat. So I'm keeping it. I'm not putting an air ride seat in this one because my other truck I had an air ride seat and passenger and it always just made noise. I didn't have enough people riding in it that it would matter. Let's see if there's anything hidden behind here. So a lot of times behind the seats you'll find some good stuff. Nothing much here. That's good find. Missing one of those up there. Nothing really. A pen. What's this? Nothing good. But, yep. This truck needs a lot of cleaning up, a lot of love, but it's gonna get it. I'll be slowly pulling the whole interior out of it and bringing it up to work. And then I guess I need to polish these surrounds and take these off and polish them. There's a lot of work to do, but it's gonna get done and it's gonna be awesome. I feel a lot better when I'm hoping to get from the front tank mount all the way back done within the next 3 weeks, besides changing the gears. That's going to be a little bit more figuring out to do. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'll bring it. I'm going to go to the house now where it's warmer. We're going to get some more done there. Hey guys, it's Cabover Gary back here. I'm out here with my truck, and it's going to be a rough day, I have a feeling. But hopefully this works out, and I'm able to control the mess and move the truck on to the next step. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I want to start getting the paint off this frame and clean up the frame so I could paint it and pull all the lines off, change all the lines, get that all done. So I want to get the frame from the back to the transmission. I want to remove all the paint. So I was going to hire a sandblaster, but they're just going to blast on site and let everything hits the ground, and it's going to make a mess because they don't have to deal with it. And what I'm doing is going to make a mess too, but hopefully I'm able to control it. So I've tried one of these before and it failed, but I had a electric pressure washer. Now I have a much bigger pressure washer, 4,400 psi, 4 gallons a minute. And I made sure that when I bought this pressure washer kit for sandblasting, that it was designed for the pressure of my pressure washer. So last time I also just stuck the thing in the bag of sand and went. This time I'm going to strain it into a bucket, and hopefully that will help too. The last time it actually worked pretty decent last time, except for it kept clogging. So let's see how this works. First thing we're going to do is see how the strainer works, see if I got the right size screen. And then I need to clean everything off the top of the truck, run water, and we'll give this thing a go. Okay guys, let's see how this works. Yeah, you can already see that there's a whole bunch of different size particles. So hopefully this helps. Seems to be a good size. Take a little bit to strain it all, but it is going down. Probably shouldn't pour as much in, because if it clogs up the bottom, then it'll stop straining. I think that's what it's doing. Shoot. Oh yeah, that's amazing. I didn't realize that I was feeding all that through the gun last time. I mean, that's some good sized rocks. And I think some still got through. Huh. I think this is going to help a lot. Have any of you guys used this? I'd like to hear in the comments if you guys had luck with this type of setup. Let's see if you guys recommend anything different. Like that would have definitely caused a problem. Yep, I think that was very good to do. Okay, I'm gonna clean off the frame and I'll be back after that and we'll give this thing a shot. Okay guys, so that works pretty good. I mean, that black stuff is really hard. But right here, where it was just rust, it took it like right off. So I think it's the black paint that is my issue. Once I get through that, it goes through everything real fast. So yeah, but this is like 70 pounds of sand already and I got hardly anything done. So I need like 300 or 400 pounds of sand by the time I'm done, it looks like. But I'm gonna keep at it. I mean, at least if I could get this back section and then inside of the frames done, and I could strip the outside with just the Scotch-Brite pads. But inside there, getting in all those nooks and crannies, I need to get that all scuffed real well. So I'm gonna continue at this. Well guys, that was a 600, let's see, 8 bags plus 4 bags, so 12 bags, yeah, 600 pounds of sand I sprayed, and it hardly looks like I did anything. But I don't think it's the sandblaster's fault, because I'll show you. So as you can see, like, it's getting down to the blue, but that black paint is like super hard to sandblast. And problem with it is that I didn't prep the surface below it first. Otherwise I'd scuff it and be good. But yeah, it's 600 pounds and like it's got a lot of it off, but there's a lot more to go. And why I don't think it's the sandblaster's fault is because I have this jack stand holding this truck up at air ride height. That was just like, and it was good. So yeah, I mean, the sandblaster is definitely taking off paint. That's powder coat probably. So yeah, I don't know. And then another spot over here, this strap, I just went up and down it. This is the straps I put on, and I took it right down. So, and if there was like bare steel, it took all the rust off like immediately. It worked really well on that. So I don't think it's the sandblaster's fault. I think it's just whatever this oil field paint is tough. And I think it's going to be another 600 pounds to get the back to a point that I feel comfortable putting paint over. And then I got this part here. Inside of the frame I would like to hit with the sandblaster just because it's all kinds of angles. The exterior of the frame I could hit with the scuffing pads and get that off no problem. But up here is a whole nother issue. Like, I'll show you how they prep this. So, and the cab's the same way. So I hit it with the pressure washer, and you can see it's popping the paint off around the rivets. But yeah, that was just pressure washer with a turbo nozzle, and that took all the black paint off there. So that's what they painted over. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking, but I guess they didn't care. So yeah, and then I started sandblasting up here. Not sandblasting, pressure washing, and took all that off. I mean, a lot of the blue pressure washed off. That all pressure washed, that pressure washed. There was a bunch of black on the oil pan that pressure washed. So that's why I gotta get this black off. The blue is powder coat, factory powder coat, and that's fine. If I scuff that properly, the paint will stick to it. I just gotta get to the point that I feel like everything is bonded good enough, or I'm gonna have the same problems that this black had. I mean, it's just falling off in spots. But in other spots, I mean, it's like rock hard. If anybody knows what the oil field uses, I'd like to know, because that is some good paint. I wouldn't mind painting the frame again with this once it's prepped properly. But yeah, I feel like I'm pretty close to as far as what's loose off of it, but I feel like I need to get it better just in case, because I don't want blue paint showing up below it. I want it to be scuffed up good enough and everything bonded good enough that I'm not gonna have a problem. So yeah, it looks like I got another weekend of sandblasting with the pressure washer. Probably 800 more pounds is what I need. And boy, is that a butt whooping. But I could hire someone out, but with this black being as difficult as it is, I feel like it would just cost so much. And the more I could save money, the more stuff I could do to the truck. So like, I want to polish up the wheels. I want to get different wheels on the front. I want to paint the cab. I want to paint the frame. I want to do the complete interior. So with doing, and I need to re-gear this, which is going to be a big chunk of the money I have set aside. So with saying all that, I need to strip it as cost effectively as possible. And I might get to a point, like I might spray another 800 pounds of sand next weekend and be like, all right, now I need to call a sandblaster and spend, I don't know, $1,000 on the sandblaster to get it to where it's really good. So that might be what happens. So I don't know. I know I said that a lot, but I don't know. I don't know what the best answer to this is. Let me ask you guys, what would you do? Would you spend probably, I don't know, with how long this black is taking to get off? I'm thinking if I hire someone, it'll be $2,000 to get it sandblasted. So it just cuts into the budget for accessories. But it might be what needs to happen, because I mean, this is the foundation of the truck. I mean, everything starts from here and I build it up. And with sandblasting, I have committed to doing all the axle seals and all that stuff, flushing all the fluids. I had to flush the fluids anyways, but all the seals are going to have to be done now, because I just won't trust that. So this is kind of a hobbled together video with what I filmed last weekend when it was super cold, and today it's 80 degrees. Week difference in time. But yeah, I know it's kind of a weird video and kind of jumping around, and I'll work better on getting it, but this is kind of a prep station and it's not very exciting to film. There's not a whole lot that I could really show you guys. I mean, I don't think you guys want me to show you me waving a power washer wand back and forth, but this has to be done, and I have one full day a week to work on the truck. So it is kind of what it is. I am working on trying to get like a half a day on Wednesday too, so I could get a video out too. It didn't work out this week, this last week, but this coming week I think I have enough. I kind of had a bad week this week and kind of threw my schedule off, but this coming week everything should be okay, and I should be able to get a video out Wednesday too. Maybe Wednesday will be the next day I sandblast all this. I feel like that's probably the necessary evil that I need to spend the time to do. And then after that, it'll be kind of fun stuff, because I am dying to get some green paint on this. Oh, drive shaft too. So I took the drive shaft to a place. I told them what the measurements were, and they're like, okay, we subtract 2 inches from it. So it was 45.5. So the drive shaft was supposed to be made 43.5 for the slip yoke. They made it 47. And then they are telling me I gave them the wrong measurements, and I'm not very confrontational, so I was just like, whatever. Took it to another place, so it should be ready Monday, getting cut down again. So hopefully I'll be able to get that all mounted and stuff too. But I think I want to finish the sandblasting before I mount it. I'll do sandblasting and some primer to keep it from rusting. And then, yeah, it's going to get a lot of surface rust right now. Well, actually, not a whole lot, because it's not all the way through the metal in a lot of places. But yeah, I guess that's it for this one. I know I'll be back Wednesday. I will get a video out Wednesday. And I hope you guys enjoy these. This truck's gonna be a cool truck when it's done. This is kind of like Tim Gentry's dream truck in a way, because it's a 12.7, 18 speed, double framed, heavy axles, front and rear, long enough frame to put another axle in. That's exactly like what he wants, but I don't know if he's come across this on YouTube yet, but I'd like to see his reaction when he sees this, especially when it's done. I mean, right now it looks like a piece of junk, but it's going to be a beautiful truck one of these days. And I got a surprise coming for you on the truck. I'm going to release a short, hopefully this week. I'm waiting on something to come in. If it comes in this week, then I'll release a short halfway through the week of that, and see what you guys think of that. So I'll catch you on the next one. Please subscribe, like, comment, you know, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one.